Day 7 and 8, y'all. What's up? It's your boy jaron Ikner here, pushing my brand new album project, multimedia adventure called The Iridescent. I'm giving you guys day-to-day updates. At this point, we're going every other day because I don't like repeating myself, and I've been kind of already showing you the deal. So we're now going like every other day, and I'll give you guys some updates on what we're doing. But we appreciate everybody who has checked out the album, everybody who has downloaded it, everybody who has streamed it, everybody who subscribed to the YouTube channel, everybody who's followed me on Spotify. You guys are all awesome. We're now at 40 cases of water. 40. 40 water. You got the 40 water popping off right now. So I appreciate each and one of you, each and every one of you, for just checking out the album and like even caring about it. Because I think the thing about this, I think the biggest lesson that you all should take from this, I guess, since we're doing a lesson here, is that you can do a lot with a little. You can activate. If you have 30 fans and they really ride with you, those 30 fans can take you some places, right? If you just ask them to pull up. And I have even really done one of my other marketing techniques, which is literally going into your guys' inboxes and asking you to purchase or do whatever. That's usually what I do in my big rollouts. Like, I'll literally go into your Facebook Messenger and be like, hey, go download the album, go download the album. I didn't do that this time around, mostly because this album is not even really a full album. It's just 8 songs. So I'm kind of treating it somewhere in between like an EP and an album. So we're going a little bit harder than we would on a typical EP, but we're not going like full all out album mode, which would be like activating like the huge ass mailing list that I have, contacting you guys on an individual basis, being extremely annoying with the spam and all that. We're not doing that this time around. But I think one of the most interesting things about all this is the fact that because we dropped this as a surprise album and didn't give anybody any heads up besides like the 3 people that were in the loop, what I'm noticing what I have to do is basically like go out there and be like, hey, this album's out, guys, this album's out. And people be like, oh shit, new Black One album, Drawn Ikner album. So it's interesting because usually typically what I do is that I'll spend months talking about a project. Even with the Setting Sun is a prime example where I'll literally just be like, yo, Setting Sun coming out in November, and it's like June. And I'll just keep talking about it. So it's almost ad nauseum in my original sense. So in the sense that where if people, like when the album drops, you all know about it, right? Because of the fact that I basically force fed it down your throat. But with this album, because we surprise dropped it and it's already out, now we're basically doing all that and reaching out to people, being like, hey, it's out now, pushing the video, doing this and that. It's been very interesting. This has been interesting because my strategy has been usually the former, where I go out there and build the hype train, and then we run it. Now this train's running, and we're trying to get people to hop on it. Fascinating stuff. Anyways, we're gonna keep this video a little bit shorter than the usual ones because, like I said, I don't really have a lot of updates. You guys have been doing your thing, going out there, downloading the album, checking it out on Spotify. I think we're currently at like 50 something listeners on Spotify. We got added to a couple of playlists via Sound Campaign. I think we got added to 4 or 5 playlists last night on Sound Campaign. So we'll see the results of those sometime in the next couple days because the way Spotify does their numbers is kind of weird. This is something that I've come to realize too on the last rollout, is that Spotify would be like a day or two behind on their numbers. If you go to artist.spotify.com, they give you more up-to-date numbers, but even those numbers are about 24 hours behind the real-time counter that you have. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyways, I appreciate all 50 of y'all on Spotify for listening to the album. All those went into the total. I appreciate the new downloads on Bandcamp. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the new subscriptions on YouTube. If you guys want to help on the simplest way, just go subscribe to the YouTube page. That's literally like the best way to do this. Like, go subscribe on YouTube channel, and you win there because you get all the content that I be dropping. We're really trying to push our YouTube channel up a lot. We're monetized over there now, so we're just trying to like get that going, right? So head over to the YouTube channel, Starstruck TV, hit that subscribe button, make that pop off. That'd be lit. But as promised, the main thing I wanted to show you with this video was actually my YouTube ad. So I'm actually working on this YouTube ad, and I was telling you guys, I've been hyping this up for a couple videos now, saying that these YouTube ads are probably the best way to target very specific people. I think now I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, please chime in, let me know, because we're all trying to learn this together. But based off my experience and based off of the results that I see from the videos, YouTube ads are by far the best way to push your content directly to people who you think will listen to your content. So let me go ahead and bring up my YouTube ad that I'm working on right now. And I'll show you guys like the back end of this ad set real quick and make sure I'm not exposing any sus information here. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Okay, cool. So this right about here is my YouTube campaign. And let's blow this up a little bit so you all can see what the hell I'm trying to do here. So what's awesome, and this is the reason why I think YouTube is like the best YouTube, especially if you're trying to push music videos or if you're trying to push any type of visual content that has motion to it, like a video, basically any type of video. And if you don't have a video for your stuff, then you should make something, whether it's like something on a move, like a motion art, or even just your artwork on a background with music playing behind it. That works. I'm saying all videos work in the sense, especially if you're trying to just do music, right? So what I got set up here is I'm going to be running an ad for Put It On Me. And the reason why I chose Put It On Me, because, you know, it's a new song. I could use Sweat, but I think Put It On Me has a much catchier vibe to it based off of the feedback I've been hearing from people saying that that song is far more catchy. So I'm deciding to put a YouTube ad behind Put It On Me. And, you know, it's basically the same kind of setup as most ads where it's like, you know, you choose your CPM, choose your amount. We're going to drop like $55 over 7 days. It's about $6 a day. Not a lot, not crazy money. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't know what the dispensary prices are, but that's like an eighth of weed these days, right? At dispensaries, if you want that top shelf. So, you know, hey, sacrifice. So, choosing video partners and display, you know, we're United States. I could go all countries, and I might switch to all countries, actually thinking about this, because I'll show you why. We'll do all countries. Languages, we'll just leave that blank. You can add particular languages if you want to, but I believe if you leave it blank, this is all languages. I might even fine tune this a little bit because I don't necessarily want all languages. Type of ad here, expanded, limited. Expanded, what this does is it allows your ads to be ran in nefarious categories. So like, and if you ever been on the back end of YouTube, you might know what I'm talking about. If you talk about anything on your video that's like super hardcore, but you're monetized, they like limit your stuff. And basically a person has to be like, I want my videos to be ran on those. So this would actually be like, you know, a lot of rap videos now that I think about it, et cetera, so forth. So we actually will do expanded because of, and I'll show you why here in a bit. So from here you can choose labels if you want to do all that. Labels are useful for kind of figuring out how to organize your stuff. But then you choose videos that are related to you that also show up in the ad as like, oh, this guy is similar to so-and-so. You can literally go in here and choose any artist you want. I chose Kid Cudi because, as I said in previous videos, a lot of you all be comparing me to Kid Cudi. So you can choose whatever video, and then in the ad itself, those videos will be associated with your ad. So those people will kind of have that psychological connection to that, right? So I chose the new Kid Cudi single and then the new Denzel Curry single. So from here you can choose your demographics and break down, you know, age. We're not trying to target 55-year-olds. That's a little old head for us. And I could probably tweak the household income. We don't want no broke people. Just kidding. We might tweak this a little bit. You could segment your audience into different categories. So if you want, you could be like, yo, hip hop fans, pop music fans, media entertainment, dance music, not necessarily tech, but media entertainment, music lovers, music instruments. Nah, not that one so much. Trap music, rap music, blah blah. It's pretty self-explanatory. And what this does is this basically breaks it all down in a way that, because there's billions of users on YouTube, so you have to be able to really sit there and think about who you're going to target. If you just go on there and throw an ad to just the wind and let it just go figure out, YouTube, just like all these other social media sites, will take advantage of your money and they'll show that video to some robot in India. So you have to be very specific and be like, yo, I want to target these things. So going back to this, audience expansion, reach more people who are in a similar audience set. Yeah, we want that, definitely. So we're doing that. And then here, this is where you put your keywords. So all the keywords that you think are associated with you. They have a little keyword generator here where if you put in somebody's website, for the example that I had in here was KanyeWest.com, because I'm a Kanye West fan. Sorry, just checking my shit. They'll give you all these keywords that you can add if you want to. And you can get very specific. I might even add more to the, actually, no, I will add more to this list, but the simple keywords: hip hop, rap, space rap, Kid Cudi. I got Jack Harlow because he's popping, Lil Nas X, best rappers, best Arizona rappers. These are things that people, what you have to think about with the keywords, what are people actually searching for when they type in YouTube? That's basically what it comes down to. Like, it's a rapper from Arizona that's trying to figure out who the best rappers are in Arizona. They're going to type in best Arizona rappers, right? If you want to know, like, if you're trying to figure out, I'm saying it's pretty straightforward, and I'm not even sure how many keywords you can add here, but I'm pretty sure it's a gang of grip. I think you can add hundreds. So, and you could, there's an add all idea button. If I want, I can add all these tags from this website, and that will help significantly. And we'll probably go back and fine tune this, and this will probably be like a list of about like, hopefully like 100 keywords, right? Topic. This is where you once again are streamlining your targets, right? So arts and entertainment makes sense, and then from there it gets pretty detailed. You can go entertainment industry, music and audio, online media, visual art and design. What else we got on here? Scrolling through here. That's kind of really, most of the stuff we want is going to be in arts and entertainment, because that's what we are. We're entertainers, son. Yeah. So then, as you can see, once again, it's slimming down the ad and making it more refined to target the people that you want. Now, this right here, this placement part, is the juicy part. Let me show you. Look into my eyes. Right here. This is the most important part of the YouTube ads right here. The part I'm going to show you. This is why I think, personally, YouTube ads are the jam and the best thing that you can do for your promotions if you're smart about it. So earlier when I was showing you guys this, I was like, oh, we should target worldwide outside of America. And the reason why, well, first of all, let me explain this to you. So what this is you could type in literally any video, any account, anybody, and you could choose to place your video directly in front of their video. And I don't think Facebook is that specific. I don't think Twitter's that specific. And I don't think Instagram, all the big other social media sites aren't that specific. So let me show you an example. If I type in Kanye West, right, and I go to his channels, they'll give you the option of putting all your ads in front of every single Kanye West video on his VBO channel. Now, things to consider. I'm only running an ad for $55, right? So I'm not over here dropping crazy money. So that's things to keep in mind, that like we might be spread a little thin in our art, and it even says here at the bottom that combining multiple target methods can limit your campaign performance, because we might be spread a little bit thin with the amount of money that we're putting in here. It's not a lot of money, and we're targeting all kinds of people, but most of this is to show you guys how this works and less about me at this point. But you could totally just target Kanye West directly, right? And if you go to YouTube videos, you can literally choose any Kanye West video or any artist, anybody, any video, any single video that is eligible on YouTube, you could target and put your video, your ad in front of that. So like the new Kanye West single that he dropped a couple months back, "Life of the Party," let's throw it in front of that. Hell, why not? We might as well throw it in front of Heartless too. So, and that, like I said, I think you can add up to as many placements as you want. So, if you're smart about it and you're using your analytics and you're using your data and you're using your feedback from your fans and all that stuff, you should be able to go in here and be like, oh man, people keep saying that I sound like Kid Cudi, right? Everybody says that I sound like Kid Cudi. Maybe I should go and target Kid Cudi fans, right? Go to Kid Cudi videos. I already have 3 on here, but let's target some more, right? Let's go ahead and throw one of my personal favorite Kid Cudi songs is "Just the Way I Am," right? I think that I sound like Kid Cudi, so I think that people who listen to "Just the Way I Am" might hear my song and be like, oh, this is interesting, let's click, right? "Erase Me," lit. "Tequila Shots," lit. You know what I'm saying? I know in another example I gave in a previous video, I talked about Cardi B. She just dropped a brand new single with Kanye West, right? Who is in my demographic in Little Dirt. So, Cardi B, right? She's already chose her, but we could choose, we're not going to put it in front of WAP, but Bodak Yellow's got 1.5 billion views. Now, do I think people who listen to Bodak Yellow will go click on my song? No. That's why I'm not choosing that. But the point of me showing you all this is that you can get extremely specific. And if you know your demographic and you know your audience and you know what they listen to and you know what they like, you can get a wealth of hits and fans and followers just by running these ads on YouTube for a cost-effective amount. Now, I know people who run YouTube ads and drop bags, like thousands of dollars on YouTube ads, and it works off gangbusters. They'll pull in millions of views from that. I'm not necessarily trying to go that hard, and like I said, this is kind of us just showing you guys some things. But so we're gonna drop this $55, and we'll see what's up with this ad, and then we'll basically we'll show you the results of it after a couple days. I'll show you like the traffic that's coming from that ad. If we need to go in here and retarget, that's actually probably the one thing that is the issue with YouTube ads, is that it's actually kind of tricky to retarget and it takes a bit. So you have to go back in and go in there and redo all this stuff again if you want to retarget. It's not as easy as Facebook, whereas Facebook you just click a little button and then it just does it if you have it set up already. But we'll see. We're going to run this ad and we'll get back to y'all and let you all know how the ad goes. And hopefully you guys learn something about YouTube ads and you guys go and try this yourself. And what this all kind of comes back to is making sure that you know your audience, making sure that you know your demographics, making sure that you know who the hell's listening to your music. Because I think a lot of times people just shoot their music out into the world and throw it up on Spotify and just hope that people listen to it. That random kid Joe is going to listen to your music and be like, oh, who's this guy? Nah, you got to reach out to them directly, right? And that's the real important stuff behind all your analytics. You got all this data from your social media apps. They all give you data for free. You just got to go look at that data and be like, damn, there sure are a lot of people in New York that are rocking with me. I should go maybe target an ad for people in New York. It's pretty straightforward, but I think a lot of people overlook this step because of the work that's involved in it. You really have to go in there and kind of do some math and kind of be like, well, what's this? What's this? What does this mean? What does this mean? And have some conversations and make some choices. And if you don't make those choices, you can try the shotgun method and just hope that people just hear your shit. But keep in mind that the music, artistic, creative world, at least from an independent artist sense, is extremely saturated, bro. It's extremely saturated. I think right now, currently, there are 60,000 songs coming out on Spotify every single day. 60,000 songs every single day are coming out on Spotify, dog. So when you drop your new single, how are you expecting to just pop off without locking in the people who mess with you, right? And I talk about this a lot. If you watch my morning motivation series, I talk about this a lot because I use this technique, the same as that technique to crowdfund my film, right? I reached out to my fans. I said, hey, fan, hey, supporter guy, you should support me. You should help me out and help me get my movie out. And most people rock with me. They're like, yeah, bet. I'll throw you $10. I'll throw you $20. I'll do this and that. And we just stack that, right? I don't have a lot of fans. I'm not out here doing millions and millions and millions. But I do know that my camp, the people that rock with me heavy, will pull out. And when they do, when they show out and pull out, we're going to be able to co-opt that into some type of momentum. And a lot of this, too, is like most independent artists need to realize that you're probably not going to be famous, right? You're probably not going to blow up and be the next Drake. The odds of you being the next Drake are probably less than 1% if we're being dead ass real about it. But the odds of you getting enough fans that support your art and your music and getting them to buy your content, a lot more realistic if you're all about your follow through. And I talk about this all the time in my morning motivation videos, but this is known as the 1,000 fan theory. With the 1,000 fan theory, if you can find 1,000 people who are willing to rock with you and drop $100 throughout the course of the year, which is not a lot to ask if you're active. That's like a t-shirt, maybe copping the album on iTunes, maybe a poster. Shit's getting expensive out now, so it's not even that much these days. If you can get your 1,000 fans to do that, you're six figures. You're making six figures, right? So your main goal is not necessarily to be like, man, I need the whole world to hear me. No, you need the right people to hear you. You need your fans to hear you. You don't need the whole world, because trust me, a lot of these people ain't trying to hear your music. A lot of these people out here really are not trying to hear your music. And that's not a diss, that's not a knock, but it's a demographic thing, right? Think about the country that we're in, where the vast majority of these people are white and they listen to like country music and Taylor Swift and shit. Taylor Swift be doing numbers because of her demographic is here, right? So that's the thing to think about. If you're out here, we're in Arizona. If you're watching this video outside of the whatever, Arizona is 3% black, right? I think it might be 5 if I'm being, on a good day. It's 5. We'll say 5% black for the sake of this conversation. Arizona is 5% black, right? That means that 5 out of every 100 people out here are that look like me. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Jaron, not all black people listen to hip-hop music. There's white people too. Sure, fine, whatever. But we're talking about demographics and target audiences here, right? So if I'm over here trying to target people that look like me and listen to Donald Glover and do this and that, yes, they might be white, but I'm going to assume that since I do that's going to be my audience as well, right? So that's kind of the people who I want to target. The rest can fall in line, right? But you have to really, really, really niche down and understand that those are the people you want to touch. And like, if you're in Arizona and you're like Mexican or Latino, you probably should be targeting Latino audiences and making music for Latinos, because duh, right? If you're a white artist out here, I don't know what you actually do as a white rapper. I'm not going to speak on that. It's a different video. Anyways, this is actually a great place to stop. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We might be back tomorrow if these ads are popping and I feel like you guys need the information immediately. Otherwise, we'll be back in a couple days. Thanks for watching. I love you all. My star kids are out there killing it. Keep being great. Keep being the light in the world that we need to see. And keep listening to my album so we can get these bottles for the homeless. Oh, we haven't gotten the final total or updated total from Soul Revival yet, but I know that they've actually raised a couple $100 at this point through you guys. So thank you for that. I've been watching the donations pop up and so forth. So thank you guys for that. You guys are freaking awesome. I'm going to hit up Soul Revival and see if I can get a total from them or get some like numbers from them. And maybe we'll roll it into this. But basically, as you guys don't know, we're basically at the halfway point of our first goal of 80 cases. So, and we're trying to do this for 2 weeks in terms of dropping these videos and talking to you guys and all that. So let's pull up. We're doing great right now, right? We're doing fantastic. Go check out the album, jaron.com. I will see you guys later. Stay safe. Bless your hearts. Peace.